good evening. Well, I don't know, guys. I think I'm looking a lot healthier. I think I've put on weight. Well, I have, because I've obviously been monitoring my weight. So when I was at my most unwell, I think I told you guys, I got down to like 62, 63 kilos, and now I'm back up to 70. So I put on 7 kilos worth of weight. Yeah, 7 to 8 kilos of weight in the last few weeks, in the last like month, I would say, in about a month, or a month and a half maybe. Yeah, I'd say in about the last 6 weeks. In 6 weeks I put on that amount of weight, so I put on a lot of weight like quite quickly. Hospital messed up on a load of results. It was ridiculous. I went in for loads of testing on my stomach. As I said, you guys know I've obviously washed out the endoscopy, but went in for loads of other tests. But I put down the wrong address. Well, I have two addresses. Obviously, I have this address where I live, and then I have my parents' address, and I'm still registered at my parents' address, and I forgot that and wrote down my normal home address where I've been living here, because the addresses conflicted. I ended up just scrapping my results. I'm thinking, so I have to go and do the tests all over again. I'm thinking, what a bloody waste of time. It's like ridiculous. They could have just kept the testing. But there's such weird policies. Anyway, I don't want to go into rant mode about that, but it is really like stupid. They could have just told me what my results were, but because of some paperwork issue, they ended up just scrapping it, telling me to come in to repeat the test. Just seems like a waste of time. I'm ranting now. Anyway, I'm having my daily chamomile tea. I feel like that's a good piece of advice. Have 1 cup of chamomile tea a day. It's an antioxidant, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's super soothing on the stomach, and can help settle your mind and body. It's amazing, can't bottle it. I mean, I have it every time I feel, even when I feel really nauseous, although it won't cure, like, out of 10, if you're feeling like above a 7, out of 10 nausea, it won't cure it. But it will if it's under 7. So you can put a little bit of honey in there, or ginger. You can have ginger chamomile tea. But anyway, the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory like properties in it, like it's good to have once a day is good for like if you have like constant nausea and stomach inflammation. It's good to keep it at bay, keep your stomach healthy. Mixing it with manuka honey. Manuka honey is a natural antiseptic, really good for your stomach as well, and an anti-inflammatory. So that's good. That's good stuff. Anyway, I'm feeling really quite some bad news. It's kind of like a bittersweet video this, because the bad news is tonight I've been feeling really sick. Random flare up. Started when I was in the bath. Onset nausea, like acute, like I thought I was going to be sick. I haven't been sick yet. Anyway, I'm still really nauseous, but to be honest, I'm like a functioning sick person now. Like, it's only when I'm a 10 out of 10 nausea, like on this nausea scale, I show it. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm panicking, and I go into panic mode. But if I'm like a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, I kind of just sit with my hand on my head. I'm like, oh god, I feel crap. But like I said, I'm ill so much, I'm kind of used to it. I learn to kind of just deal with it now. But like I said, if it gets like to the point where I feel like I'm probably going to be sick imminently, then I'll go into full panic mode, and my emetophobia, I won't be able to fight off the anxiety. Like I'm panicking now, and the way I'm dealing with it is making a video to try and help with my anxiety, So these videos aren't just about getting views. They're not about it's not just about helping others. Of course it is about that, but like it's also, it helps me. It's a good distraction for me. It's a good way of venting, and one person or 2 people can, like, knowing that someone will probably watch it. It's cool. So it's a nice relief actually for them, and for them to watch my progress. If they look at videos that I first posted on here, you could probably see that I look noticeably different in my weight since I first started vlogging all of this crap. And hopefully you've seen a difference in videos I posted a month and a half ago, or 2 months ago, into comparison now. Like, I think now I look a lot healthier. My beard is huge now. It's getting a bit crazy to us. I need to sort it out. But yeah, hopefully I look healthier and seem happier as well. It takes time, man. It's been, for those who have watched my first videos in comparison now, they know it's been a really long journey, like trying to get here. Trying to get a little bit more well. Like, there's been ups and downs, and it's been getting worse, and I've been on a good streak for a few, like I said, for 6 weeks now. It hasn't been a good streak for a few days, and then really bad, good streak for a few days. It's been like really good with nausea, and I think these things just take time. As I said in previous videos, I think what triggered it was I was in quite like a toxic place for like the last 2 years, and a relationship that wasn't great for me and the other person, to be honest. Like, both of us weren't exactly happy, and I got out of it and got back with my ex before that, and that was a really healthy relationship. I was with her for years, and now I continue to be with her, and hopefully for the rest of my life. And I think it's just taken time being in a relaxing environment with her. Like, my music's doing well, and job, I'm happy. Like, my life's quite stable now. I'm quite happy ever since I kind of like cut things off with certain people like last year, and in certain situations I kind of got myself out of. And I think creating that calming environment definitely attributes to your mental health, which thus attributes to a good physical health. You know, I think a lot of people that have emetophobia and have stomach issues tend to have a lot of anxiety in their life, not just caused by their own emetophobia, caused by other things. Other things trigger it and cause flare-ups in their stomach, and IBS, or just normal stomach wall inflammation, which then makes them nauseous, which then feeds their emetophobia, which then makes them more stressed, which then makes them more sick and inflamed. So it's just a vicious cycle. And it takes a while to break. Even once you've broken it, it can take months for your stomach to heal and get better again. You have to find a way to stay strong. Like, my girlfriend is my strength, really, and like my and the happiness in my life. Like, my music and things is also what is my strength. Is what makes me happy and keeps me going, and it's my anchor. I've got people messaging me if I want to play games. I've got it's Discord, because I do PC gaming, and my mates are currently asking me if I want to play. So yeah, so that's what you've got to find. I think if you're finding yourself in a situation where you're feeling bleak, lost, you've got to remember yin and yang, right? There can't be dark without light, and there can't be light without darkness. You're going to have shitty points in your life, and there are going to always be things in your day-to-day or weekly, you know, in your life actively, always, that are like crap. There are always going to be crap you have to deal with. That's just life, you know, and that's like, and if you're struggling and the darkness is kind of overriding the light and you find yourself in the shadows, you need to find something to hold on that gives you that like power of hope, you know what I mean? You know, like, if you're not going to look after yourself for you, look after yourself for those around you, because they love you, and like, there are people that care about you. And where there's, you know, Stephen Hawking said, where there is life, there is hope, you know. So yeah, so darkness can't exist without the light. Yeah, and light can't exist without darkness. So there's always going to be that balance, yin and yang. Started a new job in the evening, working at a music venue, which has been quite cool, and been helping set that up. My music is, like I said, doing well. I'm getting lots of singing lessons now. Done like teaching. I am a singing teacher as well now, so I've been getting so many clients on net with that, bringing on loads of new clients and gigging loads. My Queen tribute band is doing really good. Like, we're going to be making a lot of money, hopefully, because we've been signed to an agency, so that's been brilliant. And loads of other things in the works as well, making a music directory. I think like at some point this year I'll probably quit working in London and just do music full time and work at this music venue part time, and like I'll have lots of strings to my bow, making an income, and it'll be all creative, and that's what makes me happy, being creative. I can actually finally quit working in the bloody financial industry, because that's not where I belong, man. I do not belong. Although I'm good at sales, I'm good at business, just because I'm good at it doesn't necessarily mean that's like what makes me happy, you know. So whatever it is, you've got to find that anchor to help you break the cycle and give you the strength and the stamina to take that in the long haul, because like I said, it will not happen overnight. If you find yourself constantly ill all the time, constantly feeling depressed, constantly feeling down, like no one cares for you, like you're on your own, like you're fighting the world against the world on your own, and you're losing, it is so easy to be like, I don't want to live anymore, or I don't care anymore, or I'm never going to get better. It's so easy to be hopeless, because I've been there. Like, I've got to be a sound person, I don't want to get too personal, I've got the scars on my arms to prove it, you know, that I've been to like incredibly dark places, and I've made it through, and others have, you know, you can as well. There's always hope. I think you've got to find the anchor, and it does exist. It's a matter of having the will to carry on. That's Freddie Mercury said in his final song, "The show must go on." So sorry, that's me being a musician. So yeah, you've got to find that will. I'm getting better. I am ill, like now, and I do have my days where I'm sick, but I push past it, and you know. And rather than having weeks upon weeks of where I feel sick, I now have weeks upon weeks where I feel good, and then I have the odd day where I feel sick. When before it was, like I said, week upon week feeling sick, and the odd day I felt really good. But now it's completely swapped around, and hopefully it will stay that way, and hopefully I'll put on weight. It's just baby steps, like I said, and because I have Carol, you know, my girlfriend in my life, and things are like got very stable in my life now, and there are a lot of happy things. Hopefully in the long run I'll slowly progress and get better, and by Christmas I'll like be a healthy weight. I'll look exactly how I did years ago, like 2 to 3 years ago, before things regress to me again, and hopefully it will stay better this time. It won't ever regress again. Just got to make sure I look after myself, and you've got to make sure you look after you. Alright guys, that's another random venting video. Take care. Love ya.